West Campus is a neighborhood known for its food trucks, Greek life, walkability, and, of course, many, many construction sites. If you feel like there's a new luxury high-rise being built on every block you turn, don't worry, you're not crazy, because that's kind of what's happening. Currently, in West Campus alone, there's about 13 active construction sites, and since 2008, it's estimated that more than 10,000 new bedrooms have been added, making it one of Austin's fastest-growing neighborhoods. And buildings in West Campus are getting bigger and bigger. Oftentimes, these new buildings are termed as luxury, offering high-end amenities like rooftop pools and Peloton studios.
I live on West Campus. I live pretty close to campus, I would probably say, so it's like around like a 5 to 6 minute walk. It's a first year apartment, so it's really new. The amenities here are really nice. There's an 18th floor that everyone likes going to, and it's like a pool and stuff like that. And then we also have like a 24-hour gym and like a study room that a lot of people tend to utilize.
And it's so expensive to build those big buildings, those big brand new buildings, that the majority of the new housing produced is going to be pretty high-end, at least at first.
I would consider myself like a low-income student. The only reason I really signed was because they had a really good like COVID deal or whatever. But I'm actually moving out of Torrey next year because it's too overpriced to the point where they kind of like triple the rent.
Many students who can't afford to live in West Campus opt to commute from neighborhoods like Riverside.
When coming to Austin, we were looking for something a little like less expensive, and we ended up looking at Riverside because the prices are a little cheaper. Things I don't like about Riverside are the distance to the actual school. Depending on the day, it can take anywhere from 10 minutes to get to the school to 30 to 40. I shifted to driving my car to school, but I have some other friends who live in this same complex, and they've told me that they've missed like several classes because of buses just not being there. And that I can understand would be incredibly frustrating.
This whole dynamic is especially important for first-gen students, for students who are the first in their families to come to college. And for those students, the closer they live to campus, it seems, the higher their GPA and the lower their likelihood of dropping out of UT. So I think there's a real social equity imperative to try to up the numbers of students from low income or first gen backgrounds who get to live in that amazing location of West Campus.
So if West Campus is becoming more and more dense, why isn't it also becoming more affordable for students? To answer this question, we have to go back to the year 2004.
Well over a decade ago, the city of Austin adopted a policy to promote the densification of West Campus with the idea of let's increase supply of student housing. UNO actually grew out of, in part, a compromise between neighborhoods that were surrounding West Campus who were concerned about development pressures and property owners in West Campus who saw the potential opportunity for increasing density of housing on West Campus and the redevelopment opportunities there.
One important part of UNO is its density bonus. This allows developers in West Campus to build higher than existing zoning limits if they agree to provide a certain amount of below market rate affordable units, often referred to as smart housing units. The way it works is that developers who wish to apply for the bonus must set aside at least 20% of units for those earning 50 to 60% of Austin's median family income, or MFI. Another 10% can be set aside for those earning 50% MFI, or the developers can pay what's called a fee in lieu.
So it'll provide, with more housing, there'll be more affordable options available, and that the supply will help meet the demand, and the cost will be relatively low, and that's not happened.
Though UNO has played a major role in the overall growth of West Campus, there's still some debate around whether its requirements go far enough to meet the demand for affordable housing. One issue is that Austin's median family income rises each year, and with this in mind, some developers determine the rent discounts for smart housing based on future projections, rather than the current MFI. This means that smart housing rates are not very consistent between buildings. In 2021, smart housing bedrooms ranged anywhere from $700 a month to $1,300 a month, which is still much higher than what many students pay in Riverside.
It is worth a really close examination. The policy does need to be updated in terms of the level of affordability provided, that now that density bonus is worth a lot more.
In 2019, UNO was amended to allow developers to build even taller, but some community members still hope to push UNO a step further by expanding the area in which the density bonus applies.
The trick with making a good density bonus is that you have to give the developer the right to build something that they really want to build.
Regardless of UNO's flaws, it's clear that the plan will continue to grow West Campus for years to come. Whether that means low-income students can afford to live there remains to be seen.
Future West Campus, more buildings, more crowds, more life on the streets, more shops, more bars. Really, in a nutshell, urban life in Austin like we're not really used to.